Hello, my name is Ian Ruby, and this is my informative speech. I'm going to introduce my audience. There's Jeff, and there's Josh. I'll apologize now, my third person kind of flaked out on me at the last moment, so I had to stick with two. Well, let's just get into the speech. So, picture this. If you want, close your eyes. It's better to imagine this. You're out trail walking, and you look out, and you see this big rock face, and you think, I want to climb that. I want to be on top. So, with the knowledge that you have, you go ahead and you start climbing. And you're getting to about the middle of it, and you get stuck. And you see the next jug, but it's a jump. And you've not done a jump yet. And you decide, I'm going to go for it. And you hit that jump. And that victory just inside of you is amazing. Once you feel that victory of actually making that jump, it's fantastic. So you get to the top, you look out, and you see the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen in your life. So the information I'm going to give you right now, I can make this a reality. So we've all been on the indoor rock walls. They're great fun, but that's very simulated. It's not the real thing. The real way to get out there is to find nature. Find nature and just to stay active. This is the way that you can do that. My credibility, I had actually, I took a class during the fall semester where we went climbing. I was one of the more advanced students. We had a good time. We learned a lot, roping, tying, all the different things that actually encompass climbing. So with climbing, it's a great way to stay active, and it's a great way to experience nature. So I'm going to go through a few of the terms, we'll go through the equipment, and then we'll go into some basic techniques just to make climbing a little easier. And some of the phrases that I'll use, they'll help, you'll remember them as you're climbing, so they'll help out. So let's go into a few of the terms. Top rope climbing is where you have a rope that is hoisted to the top, it's anchored to a tree or say a rock, and you have another person that has the rope at the bottom. So if at any point you feel that you don't have the strength or you just don't have the technique to get up to the next rock, you can tell that person, hey, I might fall. So they're going to have your life in their hands. So that's where you need a really, really good trusting relationship with your belayer. That's the person that's at the bottom. This type of climbing is probably the most basic. You'll learn later on that there are some other more intense type of climbing. My favorite is bouldering. And the term bouldering, defined by the Beginner's Guide to Climbing, is using technique on a 10 to 15 foot cliff and more going to the side and going up without a rope. Some of the basic equipment you'll need for bouldering, you'll need a crash pad. It looks like a mattress. It's good to have another buddy with you just in case, because if you fall, it's better to have someone who can kind of pull you to the crash pad. They're not going to catch you, but they're going to get you where you need to be. It's my favorite because, like I said, it works on technique. It's more on building your strength up, your finger strength, so that when you get that small little ledge that you have no chance of getting right now, after you've done bouldering, you can actually pull yourself up, and it works. Then we go into lead climbing. Lead climbing is where the rope is at the bottom. You start climbing, and as you go, you have pins, and the pins have carabiners on them. The carabiners you clip in, you clip your rope into, and keep going. It's a little more dangerous when you're at the bottom because if you don't have it clipped in, you're going to fall. The other thing is some of the clips have been in there for a very long time, so they can't slip. A little more danger with this one, but by far the most dangerous is free climbing. There are people that have climbed the north side of the summit and without a rope, without any kind of gear. It's absolutely insane. It's the most dangerous. You go in with the basic knowledge that at any point you can die. So With that, we're most likely going to be working with top ropes. It's more fun, it's more enjoyable. Let's go into some of the equipment you'll be using. A harness. Now the harness is the actual piece that your rope is going to be tied into. You can put a bunch of different carabiners on it so that at any point you are prepared. Gil, according to Gil, we find out that the harness should be tight, comfortable, and be able to be worn for extended periods of time. Because you don't want a harness that pinches in places that don't need pinch, because it hurts a lot, and it makes your climbing not fun. So then we'll go into the shoes. The shoes are a very sticky rubber. You don't wear them while you're trail walking, you will only wear them while you're on the rock face. And like the harness, you want them tight, comfortable, so that you can really stick into that rock and pull up. You go into the carabiners. You're going to need different sizes because there's different gauges of rope. And speaking of rope, we're going to be using a dynamic rope because the dynamic rope has the ability to stretch. You don't want a static rope because with the static rope, if you fall, the amount of rope that you're going to fall is that much. And then you're going to get jerked. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. And a static rope, it's kind of like a bunny cord, but not as extreme. We're going to go into the helmet. You want it to fit snugly. You don't want it to be all jostling around while you're climbing. The reason we wear helmets are sometimes you're going to have someone who's above you, who may be climbing. They lose a hold. Rocks come down, gravity sucks. It's going to knock you in the head. It hurts. And with helmets, we're decreasing the amount of injuries that are actually happening with this. So, with the basic equipment that we're going to be using, we'll be able to enjoy climbing that much more. So, we've gone through the terms, we've gone through the equipment. Let's go through some of the basic techniques of climbing. We have the first technique that I'm going to talk about is just stay relaxed. Relax and have fun. When you're tensed up, your muscles are working. When you're relaxed, you're just chilling. It's good. You want to be relaxed because if you're all tensed up, you're going to get too tired, and you're not going to be able to climb the full length of the mountain. And that's no fun. You get to the middle of it, you're like, it's no fun. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is something that my instructor taught me, and I thought it was hilarious because it's on the side of the foot, and he says, "Dude, a rock wall is just like a really screwed up ladder. Use your legs." Most people, when they go to a rock wall, an indoor rock wall, they climb up with their hands. Well, you want to use your feet. Your feet have much more muscle than your legs. So get your feet set, pull yourself up, and then get your hands going. It'll help you out. It'll make your climb more enjoyable. The last thing I'm going to talk about is time ropes. So your knots. One of my instructors made a very good point. A messy knot is a useless knot because at any point, if that knot were to get tangled up again, and you can't seem to get it undone, and you end up upside down, and your only chance is to untie, you're gonna be in a bind. So a good knot should be clean, should be concise, it should be working properly. So we've gone through terms, equipment, and now the techniques. So with this information, you now have a basic knowledge, although you should still be out with an instructor when doing this. The reason that I climb is just to stay active and to experience nature. My name is Ian Ruby, and this is my famous speech. Here is my note card. You see it. And my audio. And